but it's super cute. Oh, Nettie's here. Hi, Nettie. Oh, Perspective! And Herman. Haven't seen Herman in forever. Guys, please come up and speak.
Oh, Nay's gone. She's changed her mind about being in
Oh,
this space. Yeah, that's a funny one, isn't it? But fair
I
enough.
quite like Nate. She's, I
I
didn't even
know
see her in.
I like Nay, but I've got a feeling after listening to the last couple of spaces that she's in a bad mood. So she probably thought better of it. Bless her.
Oh, I
But
haven't been in any recent ones, so I don't know what's gone on. As usual. I never know what's going on. It's quite good, actually.
no, it was the recordings I listened to that she's really kicking off. So yeah. But Nettie, do you want to come up and speak? I know you said that you weren't speaking in spaces, but I'll invite you anyway.
Oh, yeah, I want Nettie to come up. No pressure, but I will be sad because we had a good laugh last time, and I'll be sad. No, no pressure. No, honestly,
Honestly,
I'm
I've only just
amazing.
discovered spaces and I want to hear from everybody because, this is the first time I've ever really sort of connected to anybody off Twitter. So it's just nice to know that you're all real people.
Yeah, Spaces is good
God,
with that.
should we tell her about where to find all the spaces, or will we get in trouble if we do that?
Oh,
Then she could get to know
oh.
everyone. Yeah, then she could get to know everyone by watching the spaces, and then come in and she'll know us all. Anyway, okay, Tavtastic. I'm gonna tell you because I want to. Um, there's an account on here called Lady Laments, and she records a lot of all the women's spaces and posts them on her YouTube channel. So you could watch that and get to know everybody. But people have been kicking off about it, but they're there. So for as long as they're there, you can watch them. They're going back for a month or so. Or Perspective is not happy about that,
Oh,
but they're
why are
out there.
you kicking off about it? Just because it's turfs and things?
I don't really know. That's why I've got this space on to, you know,
Right. Oh, is this? Yeah, sorry. I mean, I tend. The only thing I know about spaces, occasionally they appear at the top of my thing, and occasionally I've gone in to listen, and it started off, I just went in, listened, and came back out again. But then a few weeks ago, I went into one and I said hi. I ended up actually having a right laugh, mind you. I had been on the wine, and at 2 in the morning, and my neighbour got upset and sent me a WhatsApp saying, "You're being a bit noisy tonight, lovey."
oh my god,
So yeah, but then I had a good time. So I've just been poking my nose in every now and then, and but I'll have a look at these. What was it, Lady who?
Lady Laments, Laments.
Okay, I'll have a look at that. Thanks for the heads up. Cheers.
Do you know what? I wonder why the lady one seems to upset everyone so much, but no one seems particularly bothered about the other listener who was quite nasty.
The other
Um,
listener is evil, actually
but
evil. Hi, Brig.
Hello. I feel like I'm hardly in spaces now. How are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I've set up a new account so I can. Well, I'll still be me, but
You're so
a bit
beautiful, pretty
less
Charlotte. So
turfery.
beautiful, pretty Charlotte. Oh, you're still beachcomber to me anyway.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just heard the Lady Laments, another listener thing. I think what's important for anyone new coming in is just to realise that when you come into these spaces, just be aware that people do record them. So
Yeah, I get that. I think it really only bothers me for legal reasons because I'm fairly anonymous on Twitter. Even the profile pic is used on Facebook, but anonymous Facebook account, because I do have a couple of Facebook accounts, but I don't really care. But I understand for others. I mean, my voice, yeah, I mean, it's your voice they're recording. I don't know. That can be, who's going to track you down from your voice apart from, probably MI6 or somebody. And if you're
Well,
not threatening people,
I mean, here's my thing about the voices. It's well, just about being tracked via social media or whatever.
yeah,
Which, what's its name? What's it called? YouTube is that as well. It's just
yeah.
a social media platform. So if I was, a bloke, or even if I'm just myself and I got a bit obsessed with my ex and I'm like, fucking find you. I know for a fact that I could find him by searching platforms such as Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Insta, and all of those things. And I also know for a fact that if I put YouTube on, my algorithm is not going to show me, or my algorithm would show me Lady Laments, because that's the kind of crap I look for. But some bloke who usually watches the cooking channel, football, BBC, I don't know what anybody watches on there, DIY bits and bobs, it's just not going to pop up in, some weirdo channel full of women's spaces. It's just not going to pop up. He's much more likely to find them by thinking, oh, I know she's got a Twitter account, I'll just hover around all the women's spaces. And do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think my head takes me down many scary avenues when it comes to things like AI and all the progress of tech. Here we all are, but in the meantime, I've just got to be a little bit protective, I guess, which brings me back to the whole Lady Laments thing. It's just, that level of protection that I feel for myself. And other women who are probably more vulnerable than me as well. I don't know. I'm just aware.
The thing is, what I don't understand is, for the people who do say that they feel especially vulnerable, although I haven't heard anyone say it, because I've listened to them all, I haven't heard an individual say, I feel vulnerable, I feel like I'm going to be stalked. I've heard other women saying there are women who feel vulnerable and that they're going to be stalked. But I just don't understand why they'd be on here talking on a traceable, where they can be traced. Like I said, it's really unlikely that your stalker is going to just randomly notice you on YouTube, but on here, they can find you.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, because, there was a mention of consent and the legality of these recordings and videos and whatever. And I think there was a thing posted recently with a well-respected and educated
Bloody hell,
woman
I watched it.
Everyone looks up to and considered very, very knowledgeable and whatnot. And she's clearly said that actually Twitter Spaces would be considered a public space, giving you no expectation of privacy, meaning if you're putting things out there, then there's not really much you can do.
She's right.
If it's recorded and
whoever
stuff.
said that, and that's when I go back to what I was saying earlier about when
that was Lament.
I agree, but what I was saying earlier,
and she was adamant because she didn't want her friend to take down whatever abusive thing she had posted about somebody else.
Right. But that's Twitter. That's Twitter Spaces again. We all give consent by coming into Twitter Spaces. We consent. We know the risks when we ask for a mic or we take the mic that is offered. But I think the difference is that we knowingly make that choice and we give our consent. It's when it's taken onto another platform. But it's educating people. 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 It's educating people.
She knows it's publishable. Everyone else should as well. But I was getting quite annoyed watching whatever space it was with Nay kicking off, making all these threats, saying she's got Lady's address and all this kind of crap, that she's going to track her down, all the rest of it. I'm like, Nay, you're turning yourself into a stalker, my love.
No, that's just Nay being protective. I mean, we all are aware of what she was doing behind the scenes with the whole Ollie thing as well, and I think this is
No,
groundbreaking.
actually, Brig, I'm going to bring this up now because I've changed my profile. Do you know what I mean? I know all the space people have hated me ever since I started coming to spaces, yeah, so I don't give a fuck.
I haven't.
There's so much bullshit. No, you haven't, I've got to admit. I know you appreciate my humour. But the thing is, right, that Ollie crap, I told him when Ollie first came, I am going somewhere with this. I told him when Ollie first turned up, dodgy as fuck, get rid. Now you had Belfast, Jane Blogs, GB was tight with Ollie. Loads of the women were actually tight with Ollie, yeah? Not only were they tight with him, because I started getting cunty about his presence, not directly to him, but just in general, being a cunt, I had more than one of these when I say high profile, I mean high profile in spaces, more than one of these high profile women just randomly DM me saying, can't you be nice to Ollie? What the fuck? Now, on the day when Ollie got busted, no, all of these women who were cozying up to him, talking about fucking financial deals and all the rest of it with him, no, they weren't about to fucking bust out Ollie, okay? They saw that I was typing on Jasmel's page, Ollie, you fucking cunt, and blah, 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 whatever else I was saying. So they knew, oh, if Ollie comes for her, she's really going to go for him this time, so now we've got to fabricate this fucking ridiculous story about Ollie's shenanigans that we've all only just discovered in the last 45 minutes. Okay, and that's when they came up with their tomfoolery stories about fucking liver transplants and, you know, I don't know what the fuck else. It was all BS. And all of the women, apart from myself, of course, were loving Ollie and they were tight with him to send me messages saying, can't you be nice to this random fucking bloke? No, because they're all the same. And the reason I bring that up is because blimmin' Nay the other night going, fucking Father Chris. Right, I swear to God, because I watch all of the fucking spaces, that Fruella and other women have been kissing Father Chris's fucking arse. Mike asked me, he led me into it to bringing up Father Chris, so I could say, oh, now they're all cozying up to Father Chris. And then all of a sudden, Nay's like, oh yeah, dodgy as fuck, isn't he? Dodgy as fuck. When, I swear to God, if you'd have asked her 20 minutes prior, when I was nowhere near, she would have been like, oh, I don't do religion, but I've got respect for priests and that. Belfast in there going, oh, he's a Catholic priest. Yeah, no, spaces are dodgy as fuck.
Right, so I have actually found the Lady Lament YouTube account, and I haven't listened to anything yet because I think I've probably got better things to do with my time. But yeah, I can see what she's doing, and I understand. But honestly, it seems no worse than Alfie audits or people randomly going around filming. What's the word? Things like, you know, if you speak it, the privacy is no worse than if you were to go and speak in a Hyde Park meeting.
What sits uncomfortably with me is just knowing that people are upset and kind of knowing after, you know, because there was a bit of a talk about it in that space last weekend that quite a few women said that it makes them feel uncomfortable, it makes them feel scared even, or it just makes them feel a bit pissed off. And I think if whoever is Lady Laments would have heard that space, I don't know. I can only speak for myself. Again, I can only think, what would I do? But these people come and go, don't you think?
I don't think they do come and go.
I am aware it can be an issue, but because I know I've been in one or two spaces I've been in the past, they say this space is being recorded because the host has said, let's have it as a recorded space. So I'm aware that can happen. And of course, if somebody comes in and listens, they can record it without permission. And I understand that's what you're talking about too. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I was just trying to I'm not trying to belittle anyone's concerns. I just want to put it in perspective